Greetings, and welcome to my Let's Play series on Path of Exile. This is a new game, much like Diablo 3. It's in open beta right now, so it's a good opportunity to get a first look at how this game is coming together. I'm going to jump right in and hit Create a Character. Now I've turned down the dialogue quite a bit in the options because they talk a lot, and I ended up having to talk over them. So essentially this screen lets you pick which character you want. When you click on the character, it brings them out front, and they read off what their purpose is and why they're here. For this character, for this Let's Play series, I'm gonna choose the witch. I've played her up to about level 4 already, and it's a fun character to play, so I'm gonna start with that one. One of the things you'll notice first here is under League, you can choose a default league or a hardcore league. Now, the hardcore league, the way it works is if a character is killed in hardcore, you go back and fall into the default league. So that's a little different than, say, Diablo 3, where when your character died in hardcore league, that was just it, and you were dead and you were in the grave. And this one, you actually fall back to the default league. So there's almost not a lot of reason not to at least start in hardcore, because you're not going to lose your character. They'll just fall back into default. So I'm going to give her a name. Crazy Witch. How about that? And hit OK. Nobody had that name, which is why I kind of picked it. And we jump right in. So we've washed up here on the beach, and you can use your scroll to zoom in and zoom out. The game's got pretty good graphics. Some areas are better than others, but like many games, we'll click over here. See what's going on. We'll let him talk a little bit.
We're all that made it. They dumped 24 of us exiles off that ship. Guess that makes us the lucky ones. Luckier than this poor bastard beside me, at any rate.
He's not that lucky, is he? So we'll just click on him a couple of times, and he's dead.
Not against me.
So essentially we've been exiled, kicked off, thrown out of a ship, and you'll get tips along the way. In this case, hold Alt to see the items on the ground. You can also press the Z key to see the items all the time. So I can go over here and pick up this driftwood wand, and that gets the wand in my hand that my witch will use. And also we have over here this fireball gem, and I'm going to pick that up. So now I'm going to go in my inventory and show you one of the first things that makes this game a little bit unique. These gems right here are what give your weapons power and changes your skills and abilities you have available. And so I can take this and drop it into the blue slot on my wand. And so then by having that in this slot, I'm going to be able to do increased damage using my mana. And in this case, I'm going to unleash a burning ball of fire towards my enemies. Now, the other interesting thing that I'll tell you right off is that these fireballs, or I'm sorry, these gems, they actually level up. And so as you play using these gems, they will level. We'll zoom out a little bit, and we'll watch some of this first attacking of her using the fireball spell. So, like Diablo, you have the picking up of items, and they die in spectacular fashion. She's a little squishy, so I keep her back, and you can see the mana going down there on the lower right as she uses it up. And if she gets out of mana, she's still got just her standard wand attack that she can use. So we're gonna run through here, killing all these characters. Good fun, a lot like Diablo, starting out.
I need more mana. And
now I'm out of mana. So what I can do is hit my 5 down here to reload on mana. Another interesting aspect of this game that distinguishes it or differentiates it from Diablo is that your mana containers actually reload as you continue to go through the game and kill things. So right now you can see down here that mana is going to slowly start coming back inside that container. So this changes a little bit your survivability, as opposed to having to keep buying new potions to stay alive. You essentially just, if you stay out of combat, your potions will start to go up. Oh, so now I just got a level up, so this is a good chance to jump in here and look at this skill point. I don't want to die, so I'll back away. Now they have a really neat looking skill tree here, and I'm zoomed in here on the witch, and I can essentially pick from either going with more spell damage or more mana regeneration, which essentially is capacity. And as you pick your path, you unlock, of course, more abilities. I'm gonna pick spell damage for now, because I seem to be able to manage the mana, and I have my container here full of mana. If you scroll out, and you'll see here that this skill tree, it's connected together, I believe, with the different classes, and you know, as we continue this Let's Play series, obviously you can see there's a lot of depth into the skills and abilities that you'll be able to unlock as you level up your character. People are coming after me here. I gotta fight them. Yeah, she's a tough little character in terms of dishing out the damage. I played a Marauder, which is essentially a warrior character, and the melee characters are, in my opinion, a little tougher to play. You have to get close, and when you get close and start hacking it, you do damage, and it doesn't seem like the enemies go down all that quick, like you might expect in playing melee in some games. Okay, so we're working our way across the beach here, killing off these guys. See, when she's got mana, she can really set them down. I will say that I think overall that this game's probably a little harder than Diablo 3 after you get past these first couple of levels. The difficulty is just a little bit harder. Now, you'll notice here, this is my gym that's getting ready to level up. So as soon as I kill a couple of more creatures here, this gym's going to level. And so that's my leveling for the gym. I might as well go out here and find a couple more things to kill. Level that gym up so you can see that. There you go. So now the gym levels up, and in this case you just click the button and the gym is leveled, and it's going to now provide more power, and eventually you can get more abilities. So here we go through this area, exploring a little bit more. Now this is kind of the first boss. Let's see what we do with him. So we'll just make sure we don't get hit. Oh, we got a little bit of a fight going on here. Pretty confident I'll be able to handle it.
I need more mana.
I'm out of mana. I can hit 5 to drink my mana, and then I'm essentially using right click to dish out the powerful spells, and I can use left click to throw a little bit weaker spells, and they don't do much damage to him. Just stay out of his way. Now, you'll notice I'm at half my health over here on the left. I'm going to go ahead and drink some health potion because he can hit really, really hard, and she's weak skinned. And here he comes, so boom. He's down, and like many other of these type of games, you get a lot more loot when you kill the bosses. So I can't carry everything. And if I hit I to look at my inventory, you know, very similar to the Diablo style of inventory management. I just simply can't carry these things right now, so I'm not going to worry about them. And we're going to go now into the town. So that's essentially the first few minutes. It introduces you to the basics of the game. And we walk up here into the little town area where the lobby is, and all the other players in the server are all located. And so one of the interesting things about Path of Exile is it's a little bit different in Diablo, that it's the parties can be larger. Instead of just limiting you to 4, you can have quite a few people in your party, and you walk over to this notice board and we can see all the different parties that are out there, and we see 1 to 6 players that you can have in your party, and it shows the levels here that people have in their party. So to join a party, you can just click and join, or we could create our own party. So we notice here, start Act 1, W8 in town. So this person is a level 2 marauder. They're right here in Lion's Eye's Watch. So you can just join right now with this person, and we're part of their party. And I'm going to run over here to the quest guy.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that?
He's gonna praise me for all my
The exiles have no history.
awesomeness.
Dominus took it from us the moment his black guards dumped us in the water out there.
And
It's just live or die
in the
now.
interest of getting through the
Here,
gameplay and
have one
showing
of
you guys a
these.
little bit more of the
No need to
mechanics,
thank
I'm gonna
me.
continue through there. And when I pick my rewards, I get to pick basically whether I want to raise zombies as part of my abilities. I can have a freezing pulse ability, or a spark. I did the raising zombie earlier, and you can have up to 3 zombies that follow you around and kill things. It's just kind of cool, but to be honest, I found it to be a little distracting, having these zombies running around, and then you add in members in a party plus the monsters. It gets a little confusing to know what to fight. So I'm gonna not go with the zombies this time. Instead, I'm gonna try this cold projectiles gem. Bring it over here. Now I'm gonna introduce you to another fun aspect of this game. It makes it a lot different than pretty much any other role-playing type game, even games like World of Warcraft or Guild Wars 2, is that you don't have gold. Instead, when you go to sell these items, like I don't need this plate vest, for example, I can drag it here, and actually I might need that plate vest now that I see that I've got 2 blue gems. So I'm gonna bring that back, and instead I'm gonna sell the green gem, and I'm gonna sell off this that I know I don't need, and I'm gonna sell that off I don't need. Now you'll notice when I pick these things to offer to sell, that in exchange I'm getting offered scroll fragments. So what we essentially have is a bartering system that changes. Instead of accumulating gold, you trade items for other items. And so in this case I'm going to get 3 scroll fragments for these 3 items, and I'll hit accept there. And let me go back into my inventory real quick, and we'll look at what we got here and look how this works with these gems. Uh-oh, I messed up. I sold off the plate vest that had the blue slot so that I could have put this blue item in there. So
Still alive, are we?
let's see if there's a way to get those back. I don't know that there is. I think I pretty much am just out of luck without having to just repay. I mean, I guess essentially I can get another one. So because I really do want to use that, I want to use the blue gem here. I'm gonna purchase a one of these robes, and this is actually a pretty good deal. It's probably just as well that I did sell that off, because for 1 scroll of wisdom, and I got a stack over here of 4 of these scrolls of wisdoms, for just 1 of them, I can get this shiny simple robe. So I'm gonna drag this shiny simple robe over here, which will be good for my character, being a witch. So I'll have an energy shield, and the reason I can tell that this is for a witch, if you look at the requires level 2, it's the 17 intelligence. So I'm gonna drag the simple robe up there, and that's gonna help me out. But what's also gonna be useful is now I can take and drag this blue gem into this robe. And if you'll notice that what that's done is that's added another spell down here. In this case, you use the middle mouse button to fire this freezing pulse projectile. So I'll have my standard wand attack, I'm going to have my fireball attack, and now I'll have my freezing pulse attack. I a lot of times don't like pressing down on the middle mouse button. So I'm going to show you right now that you can go over here and bind this instead to your Q, and you can have it bound in both places. So essentially I'll be hitting left for my default attack, right for my fall ball, and Q for the freeze. Now what I'll do quickly is look and see if I got a better wand, and I don't have a wand that can use my blue gem that I got in this socket. So I'm gonna sell all this off because it's all taking up space that I'm gonna be wanting to use later. So I go to sell, and I'm gonna start dragging these items over. I will say one of the things that I've noticed in the beta is it can be kind of difficult to see which items you've already moved over to sell. Now this item needs to be identified to know exactly what it'll do. Oh, actually no, it's just it requires 20 strength. That's why it's in red. I cannot use this item because I don't have the strength for it. Wouldn't be good for my character anyway. So now, offering all these items, I'm going to get myself a scroll of wisdom and a scroll fragment. And I hit accept, and I can kind of organize my stuff here a little bit. So I have a portal scroll, an orb of chance, some scroll fragments, and my scroll of wisdom. I'm done with them. Now I do have a party. I did join a party with just one person, but they, you know, I probably was a little rude there and left them, but I'll show you again how quickly it is to look and see if there's maybe some characters I can join now. See, these is still real early on, and I can probably catch up to these guys. And we'll go ahead and try and do that. So I'm going to hit join, and we'll run out here and start adventuring. Now I know they're within this map because I can see their profiles here, and if I hit tab, I can see in this map the green star, so I can start running towards these people that are in my party, and then hit tab again to hide the map. This is not a game that protects your loot. In other words, the loot's up for grabs. And now I'm in fighting with my party. I'm still hitting with the fireball mostly, and I'm gonna start hitting with the freeze so you can see the freeze. There's the freeze. It looks like it has a bit of an area attack. I didn't read it well enough to know for sure. And I got those iron greaves. You'll notice that there seems like there's a bit of a progress bar. On some items, so I think it does look like it protects some items. As you can see, this picks up the pace pretty quick. And loot is just covering the ground. So essentially I can mouse over the stuff and see if any of them will be better than what I have. So it kind of helps to know a little bit, I think, what you have and what would help you. because then you can quickly pick some stuff up. So, just a few observations that I've had playing this game. I think you can see the graphics are pretty detailed if I get in close. You know, it's got some nice graphics. I think one of the things I struggle with a little bit personally is distinguishing my teammates from the monsters in the fast-paced battles. And I just keep an eye out to look if I see something that I like. And I can see that I have another gym ready to level up. Now clearly if you mouse over a monster, it'll turn them red. So that's your probably biggest thing to knowing if it's an enemy or not, is you'll know for sure that it'll turn them red. So I'll notice here that I am ready to level up again, so I'm going to go ahead and pick my next skill. And so I can either continue on this path and either increase my path speed or my critical chance, or I could increase my intelligence and kind of branch out a little. And I think I'm going to go ahead and increase the intelligence. So I picked my spell damage here. I could have increased spell damage more, but instead I've decided to increase my intelligence. And I also get to level up my gym. And with that, we'll wrap up part 1 of Let's Play Path of Exile. Join me for part 2. Please click the like button and leave a comment. Thank you.